Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called a TBR SSF Show, which is the Big R Solution Sports Forum. It's the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. Today I'm all by myself. I'm not joined by Swing. Swing was busy at the stadium. They party almost the whole night. And then when I called him, he said, "Hey, I'm still sleepy, man. Could you kindly forgive me?" And then it's understandable. You know, Siwengi tries by all means to do the show, so I cannot, falter him. Let me give him a break. And then Lastborn may join me. He said he wants to be part of the show, although he's busy at work. But see, we'll see what's gonna happen. Now, like I said, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, and doing the show called TBR SSF Show. We are doing the sports forum, and then yeah, there's quite a lot to talk about. But today I want to look at Ronwen Williams. You know, we need to celebrate this son of the soil for him being nominated to compete with the best goalkeepers in the world. So this is one of a kind. It has never happened in our football history to have a player being nominated for the Ballon d'Or. So that's very good. Yes, we know that we have a Ballon D in our continent, which is the former president of Liberia. What's the name again? What is his name again? Um, I'll remember the name now. Very good player, George Weah. I used to watch him a lot. What a brilliant player, George Weah. He was a very, very, very lethal. So we as South Africa, for the first time, we have this nomination for the Ballon d'Or. That's if my memory serves me well, unless I have it wrong. So we are very proud of Ronwen Williams. And then, yeah, the boy, he's so solid, he's doing well. We've seen him ever since he left Supersport, going to Mamelodi Sundowns. And then I think he was the reason behind Mamelodi Sundowns winning. He was the reason for the team also, which is Bafana, going up to the quarterfinals of Africa Cup of Nations. And it has never happened, according to my memory, a goalkeeper saving four penalties. That's Ronwen Williams. He has done well. Four penalties in penalty shootout. Now, if there is anything like that, please bring it on. Just tell us who has done that. We are very proud for Ronan to be nominated for Yachin Trophy 2024 as a nominee. He hasn't won yet, but the fact that he has been nominated, that for me makes a huge news for us. Look, he's competing with one of the best goalkeepers in the world, like Emiliano Martinez, and then also another goalkeeper, I think, for Real Madrid. So you know he's competing with greats, and in this list of goalkeepers, you have great goalkeepers like Thibaut Courtois, so many goalkeepers, you name them, all black or black. You know, there are so many goalkeepers who are very, very good. So it's nice to see Ronan Williams in this list. So he has not won yet, but we are happy that he has gone there because I think winning goes a long way because it's not only about you only winning, doing well. And then if your team has won something, a trophy, a major trophy, that puts you in a better advantage. I think Emiliano Martinez still stands a better chance because remember they've just won another Copa America. So I see him, Emiliano Martinez, scooping this one. So, but we are just happy that Ronan Williams is there. You know, that's it. You know, when you talk about Ronan Williams, let me tell you, in my books, I don't know in your books, in my books, the greatest footballers in this country. Well, I've never seen Dr. Kaiser Mtaung play. I saw a glimpse of Chipa Mloy, Percy Chipa Mloy. What a brilliant player. Kaiser Mdaung, I think when I was starting to follow football, I started hearing about him, I think, on radio. I think there were a few games that I listened on radio on Kaiser Mdaung. I'm told he was great. But if you ask me, in my books, the greatest footballers that I have Jomo Solo in my books. I'll tell you why. I have Benny McCarthy in my books. I'm talking about South Africa. And then Ronwen Williams is going to that map. I'll tell you why am I showing Jomo Sono. In 1980, Jomo Sono is the only player who won two players award, Footballer of the Year in two countries in one season. That was in 1980. He became the Footballer of the Year in Canada that year, and he also became Footballer of the Year in South Africa. It has never happened. All right. So that's why I regard Jomo Sono the greatest. I've watched Jomo. I know what I'm talking about. I've watched Maradona, I've watched Messi, and so on. You know, I still say in this country, we still have to see a player that will play to the standard of Jomo Sono. That's my belief. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. That's your opinion. You can share that. And then Benny McCarthy, we know Benny has gone all the way, to win the Champions League with Porto, European Champions League, one of the toughest league, I mean, toughest competition in Europe, which is regarded as one of the best tournament in the world because people who win trophies in those tournaments, they go all the way and win the Ballon d'Or. And not only that, Benny McCarthy, at some point, he was the top goal scorer in Spain, La Liga, with an unknown team that time. All right. And Benny has played in Spain. Benny has played in, before I think he went to Ajax. And then, you know what? If you talk about Benny has done a lot. And then he went to England. He was also brilliant there. But where I look at Benny, I look Benny when he was in Spain. Benny, when he was in Spain, as I say, he was one player who did a brilliant work. So for me, those are the three players that I think they've done well. Well, I don't know your opinion, what you say, but I must say to Ronwen Williams, uh, Bafanas, go ahead and then be proud of yourself, have your head high, and then the mere fact that you have been nominated, that's enough. You've done well. I'm proud of you, and I'm sure South Africa as a whole is proud of you. Keep up the good work. I know that you are injured, and then we are looking forward for you to come back to assist the squad. So I'm sure very soon you'll be back to come and assist the squad. So yeah, so we are looking forward to that time. Well, there are rumors that we are getting, okay? When I say there are rumors, it's because this statement is not coming from Kaiser Chiefs. We just see it from the social media. And then if this is the case, apparently this is what happened in terms of the contractual arrangement at Kaiser Chiefs. Gune has been signed for 2024, and then hopefully this has been updated. And then Ngobo 2024, Sitebe 2024, Matlo 2024, Dolly 2024, Santi, all these people, their contract ended with the last season. We know that Dolly is not here, it's not there anymore. And then I'm not sure about Santi or Sitebe, but Kune apparently is going to be given another responsibility at Kaiser Chiefs. I hear rumors that he will be given 1 year. Thereafter, he must go to the marketing department. Dove, apparently his contract will end 2025, Quiniga 2025, Frosla 2025, Mar 2025, Chavaviro 2025, Castillo 2025, Shabalala 2025. And then 2026, we have Solomons, Mtetwa Bavuma, Peterson, Khatebe, Mtanzane, and Ngosi Ndipile Ngobo. Potsane and Sahile and Moody. So all those players, they need now to reflect at themselves. What have they done? I mean, they're left with few years, 1 or 2 years, and then are they going to redeem themselves? Because Kaiser Chiefs need to gain a reward as far as it's concerned. And then there's also Msimango, apparently a contract will expire in 2027, the Toka 2027, Vilagazi 2028. And then, yeah, so these are those who have not yet confirmed. The unconfirmed, according to this report, is Dupreez, Mashiane, Duba, Zwane, and Tabo. I nearly said Tabo Ramohabi. I wonder whether he can play football. And then, so those are the rumors that we pick up. And the other rumor, this one is a very big rumor. I'm sure, what does this mean? We are told that at Sundowns, there is a brewing thing that Pitso might join Sundowns again. They're saying it might be Pitso together with Benny McCarthy. And let me tell you something. I got this thing from reliable sources that are close to Mamelodi Sundowns activities and so on. But I still say it's unconfirmed rumor, okay? Because we follow those and see. Now, if you ask me, if this could happen, for me, this would be very good. I've been saying in my own corner, I don't know whether I've mentioned this before in one of the shows, that, you know what, there was no need for both Patrice Motsepe, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, let me qualify it, Dr. Patrice Motsepe and Pitso Mosimane to battle it out in court. Because when they battle it out in court, all the information and the secrets are going to be put bare in the public, all right? If you ask me, the reason is very simple. I think Patrick Motsepe or Dr. Patrice Motsepe has revived South African football. You may like it or not, but I think he has done a lot, tremendous work. I heard that currently SAFA and PSL are struggling to ensure that VAR becomes a reality. And I've heard that they want to talk to Dr. Patrice Motsepe and see whether the Motsepe Foundation cannot assist financially. So now remember, Dr. Patrice Motsepe is not helping only with that. He's helping with second division. He's helping in schools and so on and so on. Sundowns itself is contributing positively to the development of our football. So for me, this is great. Not only that, Pitso Mosimane has done us very proud. The son of the soil, he went out. If you ask me, Pitso is the best coach we have or we ever had in this country. Only results speak for themselves, and Pitso has proven himself. So it would be nice to see both Pitso and Dr. Patrice Motsepe smoke peace pipe. And if this is going to happen, I think it will also bring closure to that element. So we'll see probably them saying, no, you know what, let's reach an out-of-court settlement. That would be very great. And then, well, I'm told that Pitso has already muted that he wants to work with Benny. Look at it this way. Pitso has done well in South Africa and in Africa. Benny has been in Europe playing for Spain. Benny has been in Man United assisting as an assistant coach for strikers. And then Benny has a lot of contacts overseas. Now, our players, they need that. They need somebody with huge contacts, all right? Somebody with a network, all right? So for me, on the basis of that, I think, you know, the combination of the two will take our football to another height. So that is why I say, no, I think it would be a good thing if really that happens that way. Because this war, for me, it was not doing anybody any good, you know. Instead, it was tarnishing. I think it was a question of ego. So I think they've shown maturity, both gentlemen, if that is the case, to say, you know what, let's reach out of court of settlement, because it cannot be rumored that way. If there is a rumor to that effect, there is something that is brewing, probably that may bring sanity as far as the situation is concerned. So that's how I see things unfolding. All right, but before I go further with the news, let me just also indicate that from here directly I'll be running to a Beachwood Hotel to see whether can I be able to. In fact, there's a planned meeting between myself and the General Secretary of Pop Group, because I'm currently interviewing unions on the two-pot system. Remember, we are a financial company, so we are trying to explain the two-pot system. So I want to hear the opinion of the unions. I've already interviewed Satu. It's already there on our YouTube channel. Go and listen. You can watch that video and listen what Satu says, their views as far as that is concerned. So I'm gonna hear the views of Pop Crew, and soon I'll be lining up Nehau. Now, in the meantime, let me just indicate that remember, as I already indicated, that we are a financial company, and then I've written a few books, and then one of them is this one: how I turned 500 rand into a million rand business. Because I believe the crux of the matter is in education. Let people get educated and understand, then they'll be able to respond. Because a decision is taken when you're well informed, so that you make a very informed decision. So you read this book, see how did I do it? Probably you can even do better than what I did, because if it was done by somebody, what stops the other person to do it? And then there's another book by a friend of mine, Nomsa Masbugo. This book is called Entrepreneur Awakening. And then Nomsa Masbugo, she's in the hospitality industry and she's doing all sorts of things. And Nomsa is involved in community work just like we do as the Big R. We do a lot of community work. And then she wrote this book. Nomsa listened to SAFM one day. I was speaking about the book that I showed you, how I turned 500 rand into a million rand business. She ended up buying all the books, and she got inspired, and then she wrote this book. She runs, she's got about 100 rooms in the area of Emalahleni, Wheatbank, as we famously know it. So if you're in that area, you can go and sleep over there. And then there's also this book, which is my first book. And then this is a second edition of it. It's called Secrets for Becoming Rich. And then, after reading a number of books, doing a lot of research, then I started finding, oh, okay, this is how the rich are making money. So, and put it on a book, and then go around and teach, because the purpose is to teach as much as you can. And then the other book that I wrote is this one. It's called How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich, because people don't understand that debt is money. If you understand, because there are two types of debt, it's bad and good debt, and bad debt is the one that makes people poor, whereas the good debt makes you rich. So now, once you understand which debt are you using, then you'll be in a better position to understand which debt are you supposed to use. Okay. Now, I want us to discuss this. We watch Bafana Bafana. They play 2-2. There are a whole lot of people complaining. Veli Mutwa, the second goal. I don't know what's your opinion. Why did Hugo Broos started with Veli Mutwa and so on? Some are saying, I've seen one of um, social media, people saying the guy is stubborn and so on. Now, I've heard all those news. But here's a fact. The yardstick is the results. All right? One of the R words, the results. Uh, Hugo Broos arrived in this country. Our squad was in disarray. We didn't even know what is the starting lineup, even now. Okay? And Hugo Broos is very old. We doubted him, foreigner, very old. But he continued to do his job. He visited the games. He had problems at some games. I know Pirates games, they would not allow him to come in and all that. But the guy was adamant, continued to talk, speak his mind, you know. But what I like about Hugo Broos, he's not afraid to take a decision and stand by it. There's only one area where I did not approve what Hugo Broos did. It's the day when he refused to meet the media because he was upset. But the good thing, he apologized thereafter. But if I look everything that he has done so far, the guy went up to the quarterfinals of Africa Cup of Nations after we're in the doldrums for many, many years, okay? So without really a starting 11, the guy has come up with so many players, okay? And then he stick to his guns, especially when it comes to issues that he believes in. All right, he stick to them and say, this is it. You know, and I remember I've seen him now. He said he cannot take Mabasa, although Mabasa is doing well. You know, Mabasa is scoring goals. He's doing well, okay. And then he looks sharp. He says he doesn't bring any difference to the players that he had. Well, as much as I may not agree with him here, when you look at Lepasa and the other boy who's there, and I think for me, Mabasa would be much better. But that's my opinion. Remember, all of us have our opinion, but one person must take responsibility. And if things goes wrong, he must fall on his sword. So Hugo Broos understand that very well, that if things don't work out, he has to fall on his sword. But he will do exactly what he believes in. So you may say whatever that you want, but this guy, I like him, he take decisions, all right? Because what makes people to fail in life? People are afraid to make decision or to take decision, okay? They know what to do, but because they want social approval, they end up not deciding. If you look, what is happening now in life, even financially, you know, it's a decision that helps you because after a decision, you'll get results. The results will be either positive or negative. Either way, if the results are negative, then you start sitting down and say, I did this, but the results were negative. What could be the cause of negativity? So you start now evaluating from that perspective. You know, I got hurt when I heard Chico, Silo Chico Twala, one of the famous celebrities in our country, has been famous for many, many years, and saying, I had to take a stand about my children. All right? Remember, these are his children. Firstly, for him to go to the public, being Chico, being known, and say, you know what, my boys are having a problem of drugs. All right? And my elder son is stealing. All right? And I'm not talking about the sense of Meiwa thing. He has his own opinion, Chico, and I'm not saying he's correct or wrong. It's a matter of the court testing the version. He says, knowing my son is not capable of killing, but stealing, I can tell you, he can do it. Okay. It's so sad. A parent, you know, you have brought up a child, a person like Chico is known, and then people know that Chico is well off financially, and then your son is roaming around the streets, and then people ask, this is Chico's son. It tarnishes your image. So what I commend him for did, he said, you know what, I took a decision that I'm going to open up a case, let them be arrested. Because if I don't make them arrested, especially the elder one, which is the elder son, the names they just go out of my mind quickly. I had the name now. He said, you know, I've taken him to rehab 30 times. Now, rehab is expensive, people, very expensive. He said, I can see there's no way he will change. They will say he will change, he will change. The sister said he has changed, and now he's not going to change. I'd rather have him in jail rather than him sleeping in the street because there is dangerous out there. He may finally be killed. He went further to say, he's my son. I love him. I love him. So now, why am I telling this story? Although you know about it, it's already in the public domain already. Is to show you that a decision has to be taken at some point. I mean, no one likes it. You know, as parents, our job, we want to bring up our children, let them have children so that we look after the grandchildren. All right. And now, if I am to take such a drastic step to make my son get arrested, because unfortunately, tell these kids, drugs, they're not good. They'll tell you so many stories. You know, they have their own theories, they make their own research, and I don't believe it. I'm telling you, okay? And I continue to say every day, if you look at all my books, I always include all social element in it. If I'm not mistaken, I think is the book How I Turned 500 into a Million Rand Business, where I'm talking about the problem of alcohol and smoking. Smoking is not good at all right? So now, that is where I'm going. I'm saying a decision has to be taken. That's what I like about Hugo Bros. He does take a decision, all right? And the way I've seen Hugo Bros, it's not a question that he takes a decision and leave it there. He takes a decision and lives by it, and then after decision, he comes back and evaluate. I've seen that he evaluates because one player will not do well in one game, the next game you will never see him. So let's allow him the coach because we cannot be all coaches, guys. As much as you want Hugo Bros to select your player or your favorite player, but I think, guys, we need to be fair to the coach. Let's allow him to do his job. And I'm sure, I'm really certain that Hugo Bros knows what he's doing. Let's give him space, guys. And then as time goes on, and then we'll judge him after that and say, Hugo, what happened? Okay? Right. Now, before I go further with the show, and then let me just share the last book that I want to share with you. Um, the book that has been written by a friend of mine, Dr. Darlene Small. Uh, Dr. Darlene Small is an economist by profession. She worked for the Reserve Bank for about 30 years, 33 years to be precise. She's a retired economist. She wrote this beautiful book, How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of the Money, because it's about understanding, and then once you understand, then you can make a headway. So now, yeah, those are some of the books that you get from us, and then you can learn what's happening. So this is the show for today, and then I want to also move straight away to the Messi special so that I share what is happening. I hear a lot of people saying this and that about Messi, but you know what is very impressive? Messi is not praised by only players; he's also praised by coaches. You know, coaches they say a lot about him, and then we know that these days we are told that Vinicius Junior is at the forefront, is at the leading front. But I just want to do a little bit comparison what is meant. Now, as I said, Lionel Messi is praised by coaches, players alike, and then this is how this guy is so great. And then this is what Jose Mourinho says, and this is a Portuguese for that matter. Jose Mourinho says about Lionel Messi is when I see some young players being sold for huge millions. I say to myself, what if Messi was 23 years now and then had four Ballon d'Ors? Remember, by 23 years, Messi had already about four Ballon d'Ors, you know? And then at that time, I mean, four Ballon d'Ors, that's not child's play. And then I think that's Mourinho. I think and think, then I say to myself, Messi's priceless. You cannot put a price on him. He's not for sale. Even if you give him the last number of millions, you will belittle him. He's a father of football, and a father cannot be bought or sold. If if I were the president of FIFA, I would ban any club that wanted to pay in order to buy him. All right, so that's Mourinho as far as Messi is concerned. And then, and I hear people saying this and that about Lionel Messi. I said, man, this man, and I'm saying Mourinho because he's a Portuguese, all right, because I know that Messi is compared with Ronaldo, a Portuguese guy. So here's a guy from Portugal. He says, for me, the top three players in the history, according to him, in the order, Messi is number one, followed by Pele and Maradona. That's what he says. I saw Maradona. I never saw Pele except the movies or that we watch. But Maradona I saw. I watched him, I think, for 1 or 3 seasons of him. And then, yeah, and then week in, week out, I've watched so many games of Maradona. I've watched Messi. And then to him, he says Messi number one, Pele number two, Maradona number three. Well, in terms of Maradona and Messi, I fully agree. I think Messi's far ahead. Messi is a very shy guy. And as I said, they said Vinicius Junior is leading as we speak, and then but Vini was not a top scorer in the La Liga. So those are some of the points that you need to take into consideration. If he wins, but he was not a top goal scorer and was not a top scorer in UEFA Champions League, and was not a top scorer in the Copa America, okay? And was not the most valuable player of the league, was not the most valuable player or a player of the tournament for Copa America. Vini was not a leader in assist in La Liga, was not a leader in assist in UEFA Champions League, was not let me okay was not a leader in assists in UEFA Champions League in Copa America, and Vini was not in the semi-final of Brazil. According to this article, which I got it on social media, he's a flop. Leo Messi's worst season ever is the same as Vinicius Junior in 2023 season, who's Ballon d'Or 24 favorite candidate now. Uh, Vinicius is the Ballon d'Or candidate favorite now, but Messi, I think, his worst season, but he still wins so many things. All right, Lionel Messi didn't even get the nomination for Ballon d'Or in that season, the season of which one? But I think it was 2021 or 2021, where he was not selected, or 20, yeah, 2021 or 2020, and then and he has done well in that year. So for him not to be nominated, it was just like a shock. How did that happen? So those are some of the things that you need to take into consideration. Now, I want to share what Neymar said. About Leo Messi, because I want to show you what people are saying, coaches and players alike, about this giant. For me, this man is great. He says that's uh, Neymar. He said, when I was at Santos, they compared me to Messi. I like that comparison. But when I came to Barcelona and saw how he plays and what he does, I knew that I was far from being compared to him. I said to myself, forget it. You have to learn from him now. That's it. Good attitude. Messi doesn't train a lot. You can wake him up in the middle of the night for a match. He will come from bed to the pitch and he'll score, he will win, he will go back to sleep because he's a talent. That's all. He helped a lot. He wanted me to be to be better than him. He never thought about himself. He helps everyone. That's why he is loved by everyone. This is another character that I learned about Lionel Messi. That he's kind. He loves his fellow teammates, and then he wants them to win. And I'm told he really wanted Neymar not to leave Barcelona because he wanted Neymar to win the Ballon d'Or. He even went out and said, I'm going to help you to win the Ballon d'Or. And now we have heard he said he wants Lorato Martinez to win the Ballon d'Or. But I think Messi has made a claim in terms of this Ballon d'Or. I'll tell you why. Messi has changed football in America. Messi plays only 7 games, not many games, and he wins a cup with the club. So this is some of the things. This man is a game changer. He's a game changer. He's not like an ordinary player. So when you deal with this guy, you're dealing with the genius. But before I leave, let me make you aware. I said we are a financial company. I know a whole lot of people out there who have been tricked to be put under that review, not knowing that they are going under that review. People will approach them and say, no, we are going to put you not under that review. Instead, we are going to give you a consolidation. You have one debt, and then from that day you pay all of them. We are going to do the rest. The next thing, a person is under that review. And remember, when you're under that review, you can't do anything. All right, because you need to get rid of that debt, and there's no one who can remove that status except another debt counsel. You can approach us as TBR and say, guys, please assist me. We can assist you as long as you meet the requirements. And then if you want to know how to get hold of us, just drop us a WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Okay, or else you go to our website www.tbr.solutions. www.tbr.solutions. Or you go to Facebook, it's Saubrey Chabalala, or you go to the Big R Solutions on Facebook, because there are a whole lot of the Big R, especially companies in America. But what separates us from the rest is that word solution, because we want to give you that Big R Solutions. So now if you want to talk to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. We'll call you back. Sometimes it may take a day or more. As long as we've got a WhatsApp, we'll finally come back to at some point. Thank you so much. Continue to subscribe to the show. To continue to subscribe to our channel, and then we'll continue to give you the news. And then the only way that you can assist us is to buy those books and then use our services, and then because so that we can buy equipment and improve our product. It will get there. It will get there. As I said, from now on, I'm going to interview the General Secretary of Popul and listen to what do they say about the two-pot system. Hopefully, this will be of great help. I thank you.
Yes. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. How you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Then I let the roof loose. They make all my enemies call it truce. Whoa. How you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Whoa. Then I let the roof I'm such a dope boy. Whoa. Can't dumb me down. I seen the standard change ever since I've been around. I heard them boys talking when I'm there, not a sound. I had to cut the throats, making sure I dig them down. Man, I dig them down, put them in the dirt. They try to put me down, but they put me in the mud. Cameras in the shit when the boy hit reverse, but I ain't going back. Dope boy. Ooh, I'm such a dope boy. Oh, dope boy. How you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Then I let the roof loose. They make all my enemies call it juice. Whoa. How you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Whoa. Then I let the roof loose. They make all my enemies call it juice. Whoa. Man, we buy it out at your own risk if you ever try it out. Hope you don't exceed. I got all my dogs, man, we on a different breed. If we ever want it, man, that thing becomes a need. Thinking on my feet, but I'm never on my knees. Shipping everything, I get my shit from overseas. Blue face nose like a nigga moving keys. They don't know your name, man, you wanna lease your keys. Dope boy. Ooh, I'm such a dope boy. Whoa, dope boy. Ooh, I'm such a dope boy. Whoa, I gotta stay paid. Man, we never watching, but we know they up by face. Gotta feed them all, man, there's so much on my plate. No matter what the phase, man, we never ever phased. Never ever phased. How you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Then I let the roof loose. They make all my enemies call it juice. Whoa, how you like my new coupe? Big body, put that thing on new shoes. Whoa, then I let the roof loose. It make all my enemies call it juice. Whoa. Damn, Ricky. Look at what you did. Notorious. I gotta go big. Oh, Bob the Builder. Yeah, I gotta fix the shit. Hey Matilda, I know you like the shit. You like my movie. Oh, I'm about to flip the script.